Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for our inaugural Next in Fintech Community Challenge Award Ceremony. My name is Lizzie Tasuda and I am the Director of Campus Greensboro. Campus Greensboro is an initiative of Action Greensboro focused on helping college students getting connected to industry before they graduate. Our Next in Fintech Community Challenge is the first time we've ever done a community challenge event. We have students statewide across North Carolina who've been competing for the last 7 days on 2 different community challenges. These are real-world issues that different organizations have that we believe can be mitigated using financial technology or fintech. So our 2 challenges are provided by Cone Health and Piedmont Business Capital. And we have some folks here who are going to tell you a little bit about those challenges in just a second. Before we get into that, I want to let you know what these students have been doing all week. So every day this week, we have had 24 teams of students, about 85 students total, again, from across North Carolina, who have attended various workshops led by different industry partners on financial technologies. They have been matched with mentors to help them get connected to the Greensboro community and the Triad, and also just learn more about financial technology and how it can make an impact in our community. So let me tell you a little bit about these mentors that have been helping all week. So we have Success Squad members and different Success Squad members for every single team. So our Success Squad members, every team was paired with a community mentor, someone to help them gain access to various resources in the community. We also have Success Squad members who are pitch coaches. These pitch coaches have been super helpful to students as they have formulated their video pitches. The video pitches you'll see tonight are 3 minutes long. It's a lot to cram into one small presentation, so our pitch coaches have been instrumental to students in helping them find the flow of their presentation and put their best foot forward. In addition, we also have our fintech mentors. So we have fintech experts that we've been working with all week, where students have had consulting appointments to gain more information on how to actually integrate financial technology into their solutions and what they can do to be successful with these solutions. So you'll see on the screen now all of our awesome Success Squad members and fintech experts. We had over 60 different community leaders and business leaders volunteer for these roles, and we're so thankful for their time and for everything they've given to the last week. So thank you to our Success Squad members. I also want to give a huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, Guilford Merchants Association. We have a lot of awesome sponsors of the Next in Fintech Community Challenge. GMA has really shown a dedication to young talent and their development in our community, and we're so thankful for their involvement in this event this year. So thanks a whole lot to GMA. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for, we are going to showcase our student videos. So we have judges who judge all of these videos this morning, so it was kind of a wild ride. And they ranked the top 5 videos for each challenge. So tonight you're going to hear from 5 Cone Health student videos, and then you're going to hear from 5 Piedmont Business Capital videos. Then we'll be announcing the winners. So we'll have 2 student teams who are winners, one for Cone Health, the one for Piedmont Business Capital. Those teams can win up to $2,500. So this is a big prize. They've been working really hard to make sure that they are competitive in this contest. So we're going to start with our Cone Health Challenge. Doug McMillian, who is the Interim Chief Information Security Officer with Cone Health, provided this challenge to our students, and he's going to talk a little bit about what this challenge was and what students had to tackle as a real-world issue for Cone Health.
Hi, Cone Health Challenge is around our telehealth initiatives. Telehealth can be an incredible service that increases access and efficiency of healthcare, but it does come with some challenges. Patients of different backgrounds, generations, and access to technology are trying to use the same telehealth services. Physicians express concern that oftentimes during a telehealth appointment, technology issues and a patient's lack of experience with technology can use up the time allotted for the appointment, which limits the time available to provide care. Customer relations employees at Cone Health have been handling an increased volume of billing questions and concerns around communication due to more patients using telehealth. For example, patients may not understand the their bill, and why the cost is the same as an in person appointment. And there may be more miscommunication as communication is virtual. What approaches, concepts, and technologies from FinTech could be used to help customer relations, physicians, and other Cone Health team members who interact directly with patients to provide better telehealth experience? This challenge is extremely important for Cone Health as COVID 19 caused a significant change to the way our healthcare is being delivered, and many of these changes will be permanent. Telehealth will be a cornerstone for how health systems deliver services for healthcare and well being going forward. Cone Health is hoping to gather new and innovative ideas as to how to address the challenges with telehealth, which will be an integral part of our caring for our communities.
All right, so now we're going to hear from some students. So you know what the Cone Health Challenge is and what they were tasked to do. We have 5 student teams and we're going to showcase their videos now. We are going to start with team App Analytics. They are all from App State University.
Faulty software, poor connections, and simply an inability to get proper service. How frustrating! Hi, I'm Ani Nomula. Have you ever dealt with technical difficulties while using telehealth software to talk to your doctor? They can be very annoying, and they cost everyone involved valuable time and money. Fortunately, there are ways to combat these issues, which will be discussed by my colleague, Gopika.
Thank you, Ani. Hi, I'm Gopika Malik. Telemedicine has been vital during COVID-19, but it has a couple of main issues blocking its widespread adoption, such as lack of digital infrastructure, limited access to broadband. We spoke to a couple of medical practitioners at Cone Health and in Greensboro to come up with solutions to combat these problems. To jump into the bandwagon of telehealth, number 1, we should survey patients before and after their appointments and let technical support team call these patients to check onto the digital requirements prior to their virtual appointments. Number 2, invite those who do not have a device or internet to the clinic parking lots where Wi-Fi enabled hotspots and devices are available for appointments. Number 3, visit scattering Wi-Fi hotspots in other spaces such as regional libraries, churches, community colleges, or even using Wi-Fi enabled vans to bridge the digital divide. Number 4, distribute Chromebooks with pre-installed softwares for a smooth virtual visit. Now I will turn it over to Piman to discuss the billing challenges.
Thank you, Gopika. Hello, I'm Payman Ostadi. When it comes to telehealth and telemedicine services, billing is a huge concern. Being handled by different insurance providers can be quite confusing. The number one questions patients have is, why is my telehealth appointment billed the same as a regular appointment? According to doctors and physicians, 80% of the diagnosis process is done through HPI, or history of present illness. Telehealth can be just as effective as regular appointments in many cases. You might be wondering to yourself, what solutions do we offer? A fintech platform that is powered by machine learning will enable patients to upload or secure medical bills. It will then negotiate, facilitate disputes, and manage payment plans, just to name a few. Telehealth can also provide a detailed, yet easy to read breakdown of the bill. For patients without insurance, they can offer online payments such as PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, or many others. That is all. Thank you. Back to you, Ani.
Other potential setbacks include compliance with state and federal regulations and licensing restrictions, but these don't mean that telehealth is a lost cause. Rather, it is the wave of the future, and it could overall be an ideal solution if users have more access to broadband, if cities invest in more digital infrastructure, and if billing is managed automatically. With these solutions in place, telehealth can be better optimized for the healthcare professional and the patient.
Thank you so much to Team App Analytics and all of their hard work. Again, App Analytics is from App State University. Our next video is from Campbell Fellows. Campbell Fellows are from Campbell University, and we're excited to see what they came up with.
As Campbell Fellows, we recognize the importance of telehealth during COVID-19. Streamlining telehealth systems will benefit patients and providers who utilize digital services in the Greensboro community. In 2019, only 11% of patients used telehealth. This year, 76% of patients have expressed an interest in using telehealth in the future. For patients like Jimmy, a retired banker, telehealth may be a foreign concept. We understand the need to streamline a process for customers like Jimmy. That's why we are committed to creating the Cone system, an accessible, easy-to-use telehealth software and product. Cone Health will offer Jimmy a physical device that incorporates his medical finances, appointments, medications, doctor's notes, and a secure platform to meet with his provider virtually. In this virtual portal, the Cone system will streamline 3 aspects for Jimmy. Number 1, financial services. With this system, Jimmy will be able to track bills, insurance information, and payment plans. Number 2, appointments. This will provide a simplified appointment tracking and scheduling system with a built-in intuitive virtual health platform for patients to easily meet with their healthcare provider. Number 3, health data. This portal will track real-time data and could include exercise habits, vital signs, blood pressure, sleep, and other factors when paired with a compatible device. This would allow for the hospital to be proactive with Jimmy's health needs. Our system will streamline the relationship between providers and patients like Jimmy.
In addition to standardizing telehealth for patients, the Cone system will benefit Cone Health in the following ways. Each year, the healthcare industry sees $150 billion in losses due to patient no-shows. Expanding telehealth services will allow Cone Health to reduce the risk of no-shows by maintaining a seamless interaction between patients and providers. Patient readmissions cost millions of dollars each year. After investing in a readmission reduction program, Cone Health saved $13.4 million after 18 months. By collecting patient data and creating AI-based predictive analytics models, Cone Health will be able to continue this trend of reducing patient readmission and cutting costs. AI models are only as good as the data that fuels them. Cone systems will allow providers to collect personalized, accurate, and timely data on patients to be proactive in keeping patients healthy. The Cone system will create a seamless interaction between patients and providers, connecting healthcare services to the entire community. By implementing superior data collecting methods associated with our product, Cone Health will be able to use predictive analytics to reduce readmissions, saving millions of dollars. This will promote health and well-being in the Greensboro area, allowing Cone Health to provide care with both exceptional quality and compassion.
Thank you so much to Team Campbell Fellows from Campbell University for sharing their insights into the Cone Health Challenge. Now we're excited to introduce GC Ballistics. GC Ballistics is from Greensboro College.
Hi, this is Shay Penix with Team GC Ballistics, and I'll be speaking on behalf of myself and my teammates, and we'll be discussing the Cone Health project and how Fintech can help provide better accessibility for Cone Health's patients. We propose targeting high traffic areas that this audience will be found in, areas such as pharmacies, churches, and grocery stores. We think having a Cone Health kiosk with Fintech technology available in these areas in a private setting will be a great way to help reach this audience and many more. Someone trained in using Fintech will be available to help those using this kiosk, for example, the pharmacist. The kiosk itself would include a way to provide televisit, educate patients, and allow patients to schedule future appointments and also complete payments. If the patients have any questions about insurance and billing issues, they can also be explained here using the kiosk. On the provider end of things, they can conduct visits and submit their billing after the telehealth visit is complete. This will allow the provider a fast turnaround time for compensation. The kiosk itself would include a way to provide televisit, educate patients, and allow patients to schedule future appointments and also complete payments. If the patients have any questions about insurance and billing issues, they can also be explained here using the kiosk. On the provider end of things, they can conduct visits and submit their billing after the telehealth visit is complete. This will allow the provider a fast turnaround time for compensation. With the kiosk in these settings, many populations will be reached. That includes not only our target audience, but those individuals that live in rural areas and those who simply don't have internet access. It would also be a great marketing tool for Cone Health's system. In addition to marketing, the system could have the user complete a survey after using the Cone Health kiosk. This survey could collect needed data for the use of the system and for Cone Health. Overall, we feel the use of the kiosk will be great for the public outreach and our targeting many populations. Our ultimate goal is for everyone to stay as healthy as possible.
Thank you so much to GC Ballistics for sharing their views on the Cone Health Challenge. We had several teams from Greensboro College join us for the Next in Fintech Community Challenge, and our next team is also from Greensboro College. Please welcome Greensboro College Analytics.
This presentation will focus on communication and community outreach as a means of addressing health issues of connecting with their patients through telehealth services. Currently, these services are directed through multiple channels, including an app and through a website. Our main focus is the patient's difficulty with either their quality of available technology or their familiarity with technology overall. Our goal is to eliminate IT issues in order to focus on the patient's own health concerns. Cone Health can help mitigate these problems by being more proactive and contacting the patient ahead of time to prevent potential issues. Ideally, they would help the patient set up MyChart, verify if they understand the system, and help them walk through the process if they do not.
This is, however, both time and cost prohibitive to do with every patient, particularly when many young or knowledgeable patients will require no assistance whatsoever. That is where Fintech can provide a solution. A well-trained AI or bot can begin the process without using staff time or resources by screening each patient ahead of time and flagging those who may require additional assistance. Customer relations staff may then contact those patients ahead of their appointments, not only to provide courtesy reminders of it, but to ask the patient if they understand how to connect and assist them with any issues they may have, even walking them through the process if necessary. By front-loading these matters, the patient does not need to struggle with IT issues during the appointment, nor will the physician need to spend unnecessary time on resolving them instead of providing health services to the patient.
Something that we thought would be helpful for the future of Cone Health would be the building and instituting of telehealth facilities. So instead of calling the doctor from home where a patient's internet connection may be a problem, they would be able to go to the facility and use kiosks to speak with the doctors. This would also solve the problem of patients not understanding how to use the software because there would be somebody there helping them, walking them through everything. We believe that this would really bridge a lot of gaps between patients and providers so that they could spend a little bit more time with the patient and a lot less time explaining all the software to them. So here's two examples of kiosks. Patients would be able to do their weight, temperature, height, all of the basic stuff before they even meet with the doctor, so the doctor could have that in the chart. They would use the video chat to talk to the doctor and show them any issues that they might have, and there would be somebody there helping them use it so that they couldn't get confused.
In addition to helping expand Cone Health's footprint of service and enhancing the ability of doctors to reach their patients, setting these stations up in community centers such as schools or even major retailers like local Walmarts allows patients to bypass their gaps in technology access, affordability, and literacy. This provides a quality, easy-to-use piece of technology that they can travel to more readily than they could previously visit the hospital itself. Cone Health would do well to consider these options going forward to broaden their ability to provide care and better connect with their customers during and after the pandemic.
Thank you so much to Greensboro College Analytics. And now we have our final Cone Health group.
We are Team UMO
Again,
Trojans.
these
This is
groups
our
were
pitch
not
to
the
Cone
only
Health.
student videos that were submitted for the Cone Health Challenge. These have been the top 5 that you're viewing tonight. So our final top 5 is the UMO Trojans from the University of Mount Olive.
We are Team UMO Trojans, and this is our pitch to Cone Health.
Have you ever been frustrated by technology and you really didn't know what to do, yet you really needed it?
Have trouble paying your bills, understanding them, or getting in touch with your insurance provider?
Also, have you ever had trouble explaining to your doctor exactly what you need? We got you.
We introduce to you Ollie.
Hey Ollie, what time is my telehealth appointment?
4 p.m. today.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, I can't figure out this thing. Let me see. Hey, Ollie, connect me with IT.
Hey, Julius, give me just a second and I'll get you connected with your doctor.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hi, Julius. How are you doing today?
Awesome. Oh, man, let me tell you what. I'm having this pain in my back. It's been messing me up.
Okay, Julius, so here's the problem. I brought up a 3D model to show exactly where you have back pain.
With proper workshops, Ollie can help providers increase the efficiency of digital healthcare.
Multidisciplinary science where different team members come together to achieve the best results for their clients. In recent times, this is being provided through technology, but many are still having challenges using it. But what if instead of typing into your gadget, you can talk to it? Ollie is an augmented reality technology that will be incorporated within the telehealth app as a virtual assistant. Ollie will be able to set up and connect to virtual appointments, remind users of routine health activities like taking their medicine, among other things. Ollie, together with other 3D technologies, models including hologram projectors and keyboards, will be able to improve illustration and communication, allowing providers to further explain to patients their conditions and achieving better results. Using advanced machine learning models, the integrated AI will be able to analyze data collected and relay the same to providers for better diagnostic decisions.
Thank you, everyone, for giving us attention and allowing us to talk to you about Ollie. We hope Ollie is going to improve the digital health space by improving quality and value for all the stakeholders that are involved.
Time to take your medicine.
Oh, thank you, Ollie. Time for my medicine.
All right, and that wraps up the final Cone Health video that we're going to show you this evening. Now later this evening, we're going to announce the winners, which will include the winner of the Cone Health Challenge. But right now, we're going to talk a little bit more about our awesome sponsors. So I mentioned earlier that our presenting sponsor of the evening is GMA, the Guilford Merchants Association. GMA is a proud supporter of Campus Greensboro, of Action Greensboro, and of this challenge. We're so grateful for their support. We also have some other amazing sponsors. I talked a little bit earlier about how the students participated in 5 different community workshops that were industry-led on various fintech topics, including cryptocurrency, blockchain, design thinking, big data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So our workshop sponsors led these workshops, and we're so fortunate to have such great partnerships with some of those industry leaders such as ArchMI, Bank of America, Truist, and Volvo Financial Services. So thank you so much to them for their continued support and for presenting these workshops to our awesome students. So now we've wrapped up the Cone Health portion of the evening. Outside of our winners, again, we're going to announce those at the end of the presentation. And now we're going to switch gears and talk about our other community challenge. We're fortunate to work with Piedmont Business Capital, and we have Executive Director Wilson Lester here to tell you a little bit about Piedmont Business Capital and the challenge that they pose to students.
Hi, my name is Wilson Lester, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director of Piedmont Business Capital, a community development financial institution located right here in Greensboro. It has been exciting to work for the past week with so many students that are in grad school or undergrad focused on helping solve challenging problems for our community. Recently, Piedmont Business Capital released a document with the National Community Reinvestment Coalition with the support of Action Greensboro to discuss and discover what happened to Black-owned businesses in the Piedmont Triad during the height of COVID-19 earlier this year. In that document, there were a lot of investigative research activities done to find out what were some of the solutions to things that plagued businesses during that time. What we also found in that document was that fintech was a misnomer, and there was a gap in fintech and how it was approached to help so many businesses in our community potentially survive what would prove to be one of the most cataclysmic events for Black business in the United States of America in 2020. So with that, we partnered with Campus Greensboro to support this exciting challenge and help students take a look at some of the areas that they could invest their time in discovery of finding how they could come up with innovative solutions to support small business. We appreciate each one of them. We're so excited to see who comes out on top. We know that there was a tremendous amount of effort. The students asked quite a number of questions to really figure out how they could lock their arms and wrap their ideas around how to create equitable situations for businesses to thrive through challenging times. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to be engaged and contribute to such a worthwhile effort, and really excited to see all of you and what you do with these ideas and how you help change our community for the better in the future.
Thank you so much, Wilson, for being part of this challenge and for explaining the challenge concept to everyone at home. We're excited to showcase the top 5 videos for the Piedmont Business Capital Challenge, and we're going to start with the Blue Devils 2020, which of course comes from Duke University.
Hello, I'm Anjali Dinesh, and I'm representing Team Blue Devils from Duke University's Fuqua School of Business, consisting of Ava Mohammadi and Vitasta Dar. Today, we're presenting to you an important and path-breaking fintech application, Knit, which knits together the fabric of our society. How does it do that? Through merging knitters, as we call minority-owned businesses, into knits or joint ventures so that they can apply for bigger and better contracts and be enabled to create supplier diversity. Knit comes in 4 phases. The first is sourcing the knitters themselves, including the parameters that they will be selected by. The second is an algorithm that matches one knitter with another knitter in order to be able to become a bigger organization. And then we do offer bid facilitation during the bidding process and post-bid feedback mechanisms. Let's look at how we source. Our knitter information can be gathered via their operations, their certifications, their revenue streams, as well as their capital contributions, workforce, and profit and loss towards the venture that they're applying to bid for. Secondly, we match our knitters into knits via a phased algorithm, which takes into account their financial resources, their synergies by merging together, their goal compatibility and alignment, and the areas of their unique competencies, which will get them that bid. During the bid, we are also able to provide anonymization in terms of multiple organizations clubbing together under one umbrella organization will be viewed equivalently as one overall larger or perhaps not minority-owned organization. This provides the ability to remove bias from the process of bidding from the side of the local governance entirely. We're also able to provide bid details 5 years in advance of when the bid is going to come to market, enabling companies to prepare their resources and get together in order to apply for that bid. We're also able to provide a real-time visual dashboard, which you will see shortly. This is the sign-in page for our knitters. Our knitters are going to sign in and they will be able to see their yarns. Their yarns are their business groups that they're a part of. On their page, they can also see their recent statistics. They can see saved bids which they wish to apply to at some point in the future. And on their visual dashboard, they can see the performance statistics of their current bids, their company statistics in terms of numbers, profits, and loss, and how their synergies with their competitors are working out. They're also able to search on their database for community lenders, loan providers, local governance officials, and diversity-trained professionals to help them out in this process. We believe that Knit is the one-stop solution to creating supplier diversity for all government contracts. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you, Blue Devils. Our next group is the Team Digital Stars. And what's cool about Team Digital Stars is that they have students from several different universities. Student teams could either sign up as a team or they could sign up as an individual and be placed on a team together. So Digital Stars has students from NC-A&T, Elon, and Chapel Hill. So excited to see what they came up with.
Welcome to the Hub by Team Digital Stars, an alternate credit building platform. 14% of all firms in the Piedmont area are Black-owned. Roughly half of minority businesses are expected to close in 6 months due to current conditions. Only 1 in 9 Black solopreneur firms had a recent relationship with a banker. These statistics are the harsh reality for Black entrepreneurs. This diagram shows several causes from lack of knowledge to lack of trust in banks. This creates a lack of relationships between minority business and lenders, which yields little to none minority businesses receiving the capital that they need. We want to integrate fintech by increasing microloans to minority entrepreneurs, establishing creditworthiness, and build banking relationships. We hosted a focus group with two minority business owners in different industries, and they stated their root issue was having enough capital. The longer the delay in capital, the longer until a business can develop a revenue stream, afford employees, and help out its community. Our platform will engage businesses with lenders while raising credibility through a system of stages that includes attending financial literacy and entrepreneurship workshops and repayment of peer-to-peer loans. Businesses can attain a 5-star credit rating on their profile, showing lenders they are ready to be invested in.
This relationship box summarizes some of the value created by our platform with the connection of customers who can be any financial group, including Piedmont Business Capital, and our minority users. In order for the hub to earn revenue and sustain itself, we ask that our customers pay a slightly larger annual fee and that users pay a nominal monthly fee after their free trial ends, because we know that money is already a concern for our entrepreneurs. Additionally, either party has the option to create ads, which will be an additional revenue stream for the hub. Our platform adds value to the banker by offering an already vetted pool of qualified entrepreneurs through the alternative view of risk by showing social capital, repayment history, and traction as opposed to a single credit score or tax return. Our entrepreneurs will be able to build their skills, knowledge, and confidence, have a network, and gain access to microloans for early traction and to propel their businesses forward. On the screen now is a prototype of the platform, which will be accessible on all mobile devices. Our customer interface will give them the ability to connect with the users once those users have achieved their 5-star credit rating. And they'll have a comprehensive breakdown of data like the one seen on the screen here. Our user interface will allow them to network with each other, and it shows some of how they're going to set up their platform and their profile, including a professional photo, investment goals, and any necessary documentation. Our vision at the Hub by Digital Stars is to provide minority business owners a space to learn, grow, and build a more trusted relationship while reducing bias by offering a more holistic approach to vetting their operations, which in turn will level the playing field and lead to a major disruption of the traditional credit score industry. On behalf of Team Digital Stars, I thank you for your time and hope that you will join us in creating a more equitable credit system.
Thank you, Team Digital Stars. Next up, we have Team Finesse. Team Finesse is a group of students from UNC Greensboro.
While taking up this project, our team was disheartened by the facts in the report. The doom and the gloom that the data prescribed made us think that there must be a better way to serve and nourish our local minority-owned institutions. So we, at Team Finesse, have come up with a solution that provides adaptability, amenity, and accountability for all the stakeholders. These stakeholders can be grant bodies, corporations, or even private individuals. Now, to guide you through our solution, we introduce your local shop owner, Lamar, and a local non-profit microlender, Seed Incorporated. Lamar runs a barber shop downtown, which had to close down for several weeks due to social distancing measures, denting his business and leaving him starved for funds. On the other side, Seed Incorporated wants to help local businesses in these trying times. Now, for both these groups, assistance is on the way with the triad-specific Thrive app.
Thrive is a simple and effective way to connect minority businesses with stakeholders, bridging any visible gap. Thrive allows both Lamar and Seeding to set up their profiles individually. For Lamar, the app provides him the opportunity to showcase his business to local investors via an online profile. He can share his story, showcase his customer reviews, explain the need for the funds. The adaptability is endless. PBC will ensure the veracity of Lamar's business, thereby eliminating any chances of fraud. PBC will generate a score for Lamar, keeping in view multiple facets like years in business and cash flows without solely relying on credit scores. For Seeding, it provides access to desirable and vetted investments in the local area according to their specific requirements. Seeding can also get into contact immediately with Lamar via a chat feature, which can also be incorporated. As a business owner, Lamar has to wear multiple hats, and what he needs is the appropriate amount of financial literacy. To tide over his apprehensions, this app provides him access to innumerable resources like mentorship, tax guidance, financial best practices, and local grants, the same way as a social media app would via external APIs. In future, this can be further adopted by PBC to include available local city and county contracts as well as job opportunities in local businesses.
Now, how do we make this app self-sustaining? It can be either through a percentage cut PBC earns on successful investments. Thrive allows PBC to further engage into the local area, onboarding businesses that would have either been left out of the financial net. The holistic nature of this app allows people like Lamar access to seed funding to tide over the effects of COVID while providing Seed Inc. a reliable and trustworthy partner in the local area. We end this presentation by quoting Martin Luther King. The time is always right to do what is right.
Thank you, Team Finesse, for sharing your insight into the Piedmont Business Capital Challenge. Our next team is Team Green Pickaxes, and they're from UNC Charlotte.
We are the Green Pickaxes, and this is our product, Try Transparency. So the main goal of what we're trying to solve here is create greater transparency and access information for minority and small business owners, different grants and government contracts. We plan on doing this in 4 steps. The first step is create greater transparency in the process to how to get contracts and different loans. Second step is ease information about these contracts and loans. Step 3 is holding governments and municipalities accountable for diversity standards and making sure they're getting their contracts from a diverse group of people. And step 4 is leveraging the fellow minority business owners to create a grassroots pipeline that can really help groups like PBC to really leverage and create a database for everybody.
Another aspect of our product is helping individuals through the loan research and application process by really being a one-stop shop. PBC would provide a customized dashboard based on all the information provided by small businesses and borrowers. And so now we'll take a look at a product demo and some more features.
Awesome, thank you. So this is the dashboard for Try Transparency. The basis of the dashboard is based on a profile that the business would create. This profile would include specific information, whether it be financials about their business or the risk profile. And given that profile, this would aggregate different contracts as well as potential loan and grants that business would be eligible for. And these are shown here as contracts that they could apply or not apply to. And we also wanted to provide a progress bar for loan and grants applications. So the user is always aware of what's completed, what's still in progress, and what opportunities are still out there to apply to. At the bottom, we have upcoming events. This is just part of creating that exposure for the business. Of course, part of being successful is having people know that you exist and knowing what it is you do. So this provides a great way for them to keep track of all of that. And lastly, we have the Piedmont Business Capital Correspondence. This is, again, part of that pipeline and transparency where the user can receive notifications, whether it be through local government, through PBC, or other interested organizations to better provide opportunities and let them know what's available for them, especially as a minority vendor. And I will drop it off to Harish to conclude.
So again, what does this solve? It alleviates any bias. Everything is decided based on really the borrower's financial and risk profile. Saves individuals time and resources, and it's a central location for small businesses and borrowers, local governments, and also lenders. And lastly, this really increases transparency, which we believe is really important. We believe all these factors is really just one way to help close the gap on inequality.
Thank you, Green Pickaxes. We have our last video of the evening to share with you. So this rounds out the top 5 for the Piedmont Business Capital Challenge. And I'm excited to introduce Team Pride Analytics with Greensboro College.
The American dream. Each and every one of us with equal amount of work has an equal opportunity to achieve success. At least that's what the American dream tells us. But in reality, an African American on average is 42 times less wealthy than a white American. How do we consider that fair? And how do we truly bridge the gap and unlock capital for minorities attempting to start small businesses? We're going to do that through the Triad Minority Business Hub. This is a website and app that's going to create links throughout the community. Our end goal is also to make this monetarily sustainable so that it can continue to add value to the community for years to come. But how exactly are we going to be adding that value to the community? For the consumers, we're going to make it easier for them to find minority-owned businesses. For the businesses themselves, we're going to make it easier for them to find government contracts, micro grants to encourage marketing, and going to create links between other businesses. And finally, and most importantly, we're going to allow the consumer to be exposed more to the businesses to increase the capital for the minority businesses themselves. And here's exactly how we plan to do that.
For small business owners who need to grow the name of their business, TMBH will offer a unique minority business directory that is cohesive and relevant and able to be shared with both local government employers as well as members of your community. TMBH will compile a list of government contracts that are up for grabs and will match contractors to government contracts and option for push notifications to let you know when a contract is opened up. Now, using the government contract site can be confusing, and we will help by having links and instructional videos on how to use the government contracts business bidding page to help business owners navigate this challenge. In addition to help with government contracts, we will provide a space for other users of the hub to possibly help any other business with other normal activities such as payroll or hiring. Our proposal will also establish a microgrant program for minority-owned small businesses who are active in the community to help with marketing capital. This would help many businesses to fund technological marketing campaigns, as well as expand their reach to new potential customers, and if TMBH chooses to monetize its membership, the microgrant program can be expanded. We know that making connections and building relationships with the community is a main pillar of being a great business and benefiting our city. That is why TMBH would like to partner with other businesses and organizations that share our goal of creating a more equitable community for those in minority communities.
The Triad Minority Business Hub will add substantial economic value to both consumers and businesses by promoting a more competitive online marketplace. It will help businesses by enabling them to further their reach, amplify visibility through connected retailers, increase technological marketing budgets, and finally will encourage growth through partnerships of the hub. The hub will be a place for the community to come together to address issues of social justice and inequity by supporting the growth and economic progress for Greensboro's Black community.
And that wraps up all the videos we're going to show you this evening. We hope you enjoyed seeing all the wonderful student talent that participated in the Next in Fintech Community Challenge. As mentioned, our judges have been working really hard today, choosing these top fives and then determining the winner. It was not an easy choice for either challenge. So I'd love to thank our judges. We're so fortunate to have such wonderful industry leaders and business partners and civic engagement leaders here with us who really care about the development of our students and the city of Greensboro. So thank you so much, judges, for your time throughout this challenge. All right, so now is the time you guys have all been waiting for. We are so excited to finally announce the winners of our 2 community challenges. We're gonna start with our Cone Health Challenge, and the winner of the Cone Health Challenge is Greensboro College Analytics with Greensboro College. So yay to them. They worked very hard. They came up with a concept that Cone Health believed was reasonable, sustainable, and something that could really impact the Greensboro community. So thank you so much for Greensboro College Analytics and that team and all of your hard work. We're so excited to have you as a winner of our inaugural Next in Fintech Community Challenge. Now we're excited to announce the Piedmont Business Capital Challenge winner. And this team is actually from Charlotte. So our team, Team Green Pickaxes from UNC Charlotte, has won the Piedmont Business Capital Challenge. So congrats to them. Again, they worked really hard. They came up with a prototype that really made sense for Piedmont Business Capital, something they believed they could actually implement, and it would really help the entrepreneurs that they work with. So thank you so much to both Greensboro College Analytics and to Green Pickaxes for all of your work, for all of your dedication, and thanks to all student teams. You guys really rocked it this week. It was a really busy week, and we know how busy classes are, midterms, everything going on with COVID-19, and everything going on your campuses, and you really dedicated the last 7 days to making this a great challenge for all. So thank you so much for your dedication, your commitment. Thanks again to our sponsors, our Success Squad volunteers, our judges, and everyone else who's really made this event possible. We really appreciate you. Thanks and have a great evening.